You may notice we're not moving. Let us explain what's going on. So we are at the beautiful Point Pelee National Park in the Windsor Essex region, which happens to be the southernmost point in Canada.
Mainland.
Mainland Canada.
Very specific.
There are
about
islands slightly further south, but this is the furthest you can walk from the mainland out to Point Pelee, and we've done a little bit of that. But this little road trip has been all about Jay paddling, and I've been doing some birding. And so the reason we can't roll the car and talk to you is because the kayak is on the roof, and it makes an awful lot of noise. So
it's still safely secured and all that, but instead of raising our voices and yelling at you, we are just out of the kayak launch area, and we're going to talk about the 2025 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, which is what we used to get here.
Now, the 2025 Toyota RAV4, Toyota has not confirmed this yet, but we're pretty sure this is going to be the last model year of this generation.
We just find like it served everybody so well.
Right. So rather than give you all the same usual stuff that you've been seeing about the RAV4 for about 7 years now, we thought we'd do this video more of a ways that this car has helped us on this road trip and a couple of minor quibbles that maybe could have been more helpful.
Can you hit the accessories without starting the car?
Yes.
So I can share this fantastic stat that our average fuel consumption, 6.9. with the kayak on the roof.
Now, this is a hybrid. I think you said that.
Yeah, which is fine, but like there's a big sail on top of the vehicle, and we've gone from Toronto to here, and I don't think it's going to get any worse.
No.
Like maybe 7, worst case. So that's about, it's 650 kilometers just to and from, and then another, 100, 200 of driving in the area. So definitely good for the wallet, good for the purse. Yeah.
Another point that's important, not necessarily helpful on this road trip, but maybe important to some people, especially at this moment in time, and that's as political as we'll get about that. It's made in Canada. Built in Cambridge, Ontario.
There it is.
Here's something I love in a vehicle right now, and it's not exclusive to the RAV4 Hybrid, but it's nice that this vehicle has it, and that's a wireless charging pad with wireless CarPlay, or Android Auto if that's your flavor. Because you just get in the car, the phone connects automatically, you throw it in the tray, it's charging, and off you go. I find it so convenient.
And it takes up almost the entire infotainment screen, so it's not like you're fighting for space. Now there's that fixed bar on the left that Toyota has with all their vehicles, which is fine, but it's good that wireless CarPlay is taking up a lot of real estate.
What about getting the kayak on and off? How's that been for you in a tallish SUV?
It's fine. You put 1 foot on the front tire and just lift yourself up, and I'm happy it's not a Highlander or a Grand Highlander. Nothing's wrong with them, but for a regular sized height guy, regular guy size height? No. I'm of average height, and I can get it up here with some help from somebody. But even if you're doing it on your own, it's fine. Just get your hooks, get your ties, and you're set. So it's not been too bad. I think I'm one of the few people who are happy that there is no panoramic sunroof as opposed to a single panel, just for the kayaking only, because with a long, big piece of glass, you don't really have a strong anchor point for your foam blocks. There are no crossbars on here. So if you want to go heavy on kayaking or boating or whatever, definitely invest in that.
I believe that it's the RAV4s built in Cambridge that can't have the panoramic sunroof. Like the facility is just not equipped to install those.
Even better.
Handy for you. You can get a RAV4 Prime with a panoramic sunroof because that's built in Japan. That might change for the next generation. Again, nothing confirmed. They've told us nothing at Toyota about what's going on with the 2026 RAV4.
Very Toyota.
Yeah, but
which is fine.
Something to look for if that's something that matters to you. Jay, for example, might be more inclined to buy a 25 RAV4 than a 26 if it ends up that a lot of the trims have a panoramic sunroof because they've been able to change that.
Yeah, so we have the everything trim. The big giveaway for that is the cooled front seats.
It's called limited, not everything, just for the record.
No, it's called the everything trim. The color scheme is interesting. Very me, lots of browns, lots of beiges.
It's nice that it's not just black on black on black.
I don't know, I wouldn't mind the black, but this is pretty nice. I would probably spec it like this. Again, I don't mind the black. It hides dirt pretty well, but this is, I don't know, pretty open and airy-ish.
You may notice that the back seat is loaded with cargo. That's not the RAV4's fault. That's because we can't open the rear door when the kayak is on it because the latches or the secures for the straps have to go under the door and then it closes. But good amount of space, really, when you can use it. I think it's well over 1,000 liters.
Yeah, and if you really need to get into the trunk section, just fold the seats down. Now we can go through the inconvenience of loosening the straps and moving the kayak to the side and opening up that trunk, but it's a hassle. So right now the life jacket is in there because I don't use it often on land or at all on land. The paddles, a winter jacket just in case, and a few things that have low usage priority. Here's
something I hope Toyota doesn't change ever.
The ledge.
Okay, I don't like the ledge.
No, you hate it. Why do you hate nice things?
It's cluttery, but it is a good, nice place to stow things.
Sunglasses, phone, map, chewing gum.
Yeah.
I can see it, I can get it.
But I can see it and it's messy. Anyway, here's what I was going to get at is the climate controls. Nice, big, chunky dials. They've got rubber on the outside so you can grip them nicely, even with gloves. You're not going to make any mistakes, even when you're driving, about what buttons you're hitting down here, and that is nice. Not every RAV4 currently comes with a digital instrument cluster. Again, maybe 26 might be a different story.
I think it will. I think that's the way everyone's going.
That's the way everyone's going. But here we do have a digital instrument cluster, and it's great. I find it. I really like Toyota's instrumentation, actually. I find it very clear, easy to read. You can find what you need. I like that there's a very easy little green EV light that goes on and off.
That's very Toyota. And
it's the same. It's been, even in the non-digital instrument clusters, they have that feature, right?
The leaf thing showing you that you're...
But it helps you take advantage of hybrid drive so that you know when it's working and when it's not. It's actually smooth enough. You can't always tell when it's engaging or not. So it's nice to have that guidance. And I like too that there's a little eco monitor scorecard. I like gamifying things.
To shame you in case you're not driving well.
if it's telling me how I'm doing it, it encourages me to improve. I like that.
That's a good move into the driving side. I've had no problems with it. I know it's a hybrid. It's a little on the slower side. When you push down to pass, like maybe an extra half second, 1 second.
Still better than the gas model. Oh yeah.
I would pick a hybrid over a gas model.
If you can get one, I'm sure the wait is still
months and months and months.
A long time.
Long. Anything you don't like?
The only thing I would change is I wish the seat would go a little lower for me. And when we don't have this strap here, I've got enough headroom. I just feel like I'm sat a little higher in the vehicle than I find is really comfortable. But that's just me. I like being sports car low, even in an SUV, and that's weird. Most people might not have that issue. I have a very tall torso also, so my proportions are a little different. But yeah, I would like for it to come down just a little bit more. That's the only thing for me.
My small weird thing is there are 2 USB-C ports, but they're in here. And there's one USB-A just behind the wireless charger.
Which is not particularly fast either, by the way, because we tried using it and it wasn't charging our phones very well.
I'd like to have all of my plugs in one spot, because here there's no little cutaway, so you kind of kink your cord sometimes. RAV4 Hybrid isn't for everybody, and we're not saying it's a perfect car. We've had probably 1 a year, if not 2 or 3 every year it's been out. I like it. I think it does a lot of things extremely well. There's a reason that it takes months and months and months from the time you sign on the dotted line till you get a key fob.
There's no such thing as a perfect car, but for a lot of families that are looking for fuel efficiency and space and practicality, this comes pretty darn close. This generation of RAV4, it's awesome. It's aged extremely well.
Yep.
And I hope, and I can hope with confidence because of how Toyota is, I hope that Toyota doesn't change a whole lot about the RAV4 formula because this is working very well.
And probably won't.
I don't think so.
Much, but it'll be...
Powertrain improvements, slight design updates.
I think it'll look a lot like the new Tacoma. Just a little more on the rugged side. Yeah, that's the trend in all SUV design these days. Does it have to be? Some people don't want the rugged. There are things out there for them. What about the CR-V? Anyway. Like non-Toyota vehicles? It's done well, and we're not telling you anything new, but from the two of us who will have ended up doing close to 1,000 kilometers over 3 days, A+. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that button that lets you subscribe so you don't miss any more videos, because we'd like you to see them and watch them and let us know what you think. You can also find us on all the major social media platforms, so please reach out, and thanks for watching.